Good morning, guys. Welcome along to What a Load of Bull episode 22, and it's actually the year anniversary of the channel, so I'm quite pleased that I can actually celebrate with this one because I've finally fixed the non-starting issue. As you know from the last video, I was a bit distraught. I kind of tried everything, and what it turned out to be wasn't really related to anything that I've done, but I'll talk you through what I found, how I've temporarily solved it. You probably saw in the last video, when it did start after the new coil packs, it threw lots of codes. Well, most of those codes were things which I'd been testing, or fuses that I'd pulled while the ignition was on, so I kind of ignored them. But one thing I hadn't tested was this circuit. Now this is labelled boost sensor. It's a map sensor, but it's to do with the evap control system, which is this solenoid here. So what an evap system does is it stores any evaporated fuel from the tank or the fuel lines into a canister, and then on demand it vents it back into your intake. This is meant to help with emissions, and it also meant to help with wasting fuel. You're not venting it out of your tank. Really big thanks to Liam on the M35 Stagea tuners page on Facebook. We've been bouncing ideas back and forth for the last couple of weeks, and it was his suggestion to unplug things and see what makes it happy again. So like I said, I had a hunch that it might be to do with this because that was one circuit which I hadn't tested. It is a 5-volt circuit. I've not done anything with 5 volts, but it did throw a code. And it did seem the other day when I had the plenum off and you seen it hunting and revving up, this thing wasn't plugged in. So this was my first port of call. I unplugged it and it started straight away. I'm just going to walk you through that now. We'll go and start the car. I'll show you the current code. We'll plug it back in, clear it, and I'll prove that it's not starting. Right, back in the cockpit. Got that sensor unplugged. Oh yeah. What a beautiful sound. So I've got no engine warning light now. However, if I come to Nissan data scan, you can see I've got this PO, let's focus a bit better, P0235 code, and if we give that a quick Google, it's to do with this boost sensor. Now, I've looked into it more, and it is to do with the evap system. So I'm not actually sure whether the sensor's at fault or the solenoid's at fault, but it seems to run fine with it unplugged. It might also be some kind of safety map sensor, just in case you've pushed too much boost and then it gets unhappy. But for some reason, with that sensor plugged in, it won't start. So I'm just going to do that now. If I plug it back in, it will start. If I then clear the code, it won't start. Oh, and that beep, that's just the LPG flipping over. That's all working good as well. So yeah, I'll just go and prove that point. So sensor in. Okay. And we'll come back. And from memory, it will start. All good in the hood. And then it was this particular code the other day that, oh, where's my mouse? Yeah. It was this code the other day. It must have been that when we cleared it, it then fragged out on us. So, oh, sorry. So we'll just reconnect. And if you haven't got Nissan data scan yet and you're a Stagea owner, get it. Okay, well worth the money. I'm just using what's called a VAGCOM cable, which I had from my old Volkswagen days. So if we go to self-diagnostics, you can see we got this code, and if I clear it now, cuts out straight away. So for the time being, I'm going to unplug it. The new sensors are about £60 delivered. It runs fine without it, and I've spent an absolute fortune lately troubleshooting this issue. Just to prove that it's all good again though, let's go and unplug it. Oh yeah! I'm so happy right now. So if we might still be connected, if we try to, no, need to reconnect. Got the code again, and I can clear it, but it'll pop back. But the main thing is no engine warning light. And the other success this week, I got this working on Monday, and it went through its annual inspection. In the UK we call that an MOT. It went through that yesterday, so really chuffed on that one. The car lives for another year, so seem to be cooking on gas again. Next port of call this weekend, I'm going to refit the ECU master black. Hopefully that's all going to go fine. When I had it working in there the other day, it was running great, wasn't cutting out like it used to as well. So I think that was all down to an air leak, either by the EVAP system, sorry, let's turn that off, or from pipework or plenum spacer. So yeah, next port, well, what I'm going to do this weekend is get that new ECU in and hopefully hit the dyno next weekend on the 7th. And then it's the last race of the season on the 14th. Obviously COVID's played quite a part in cancelling races. There was one last month or beginning of this month, but the car wouldn't start, so I couldn't make it. I was tempted to take my daily Focus, but I hadn't paid for it at the time and I didn't want to break it if I hadn't bought it yet. So I'm going to sign off now. I just wanted to give you a quick positive update on the car. We've overcome the starting issues. We've got another year of MOT. Big thank you to everyone that supported me. Most of my neighbours have been really supportive, always wishing me good luck on fixing the car. All my real friends, all my internet friends, Marco, John, Liam, everyone on the M35 Stagea group, my Instagram followers as well. Also big thanks to Grant at GBE. I'll be heading there for the dyno hopefully next weekend, and also Greg at ECU Master UK, who helped us iron out a few creases a couple of months ago. He connected in remotely and got the car running great. So stay tuned, new video or another video up this weekend. Have a great day.